The 2026 DCS World roadmap has been released, and there are many exciting things like Vulkan API, Hellcat progress, and a new update for the Su-25. Hey guys, Emils here, and let's dive into the roadmap, starting with DCS core and then what's going on with ED modules. So first, let's check out what ED is doing to improve the core of DCS. And as always, likely most of it won't come in 2026, but they will be working on it in 2026. First up is the dynamic campaign, a long-awaited addition to many, and ED is working on completing it. Most of the remaining work involves AI aircraft improvements on a tactical and strategic level. This means understanding package timelines, responses, and action to take in the changing mission environment. Post early access to the dynamic campaign, they are also working on creation tools to make your own campaigns and a client side interface to select and view air tasking orders, set their objectives, and view the disposition of forces and resources. Internally, they are testing conflicts of multiple scales on all DCS maps, from small scale battles to full scale conflicts. They have been working on the dynamic campaign for 5 years, and despite it taking longer than expected, they are meeting their expectations. I hope that they will be able to meet the community's expectations as well. The Vulkan API is in late stage development and will let DCS use frame generation and later versions of FSR and DLSS. Vulkan will also expand the capability of DCS across different OSs and not just Windows. In 2026, they plan to add ray tracing in cockpits, and that will gradually extend to all DCS. Vulkan will also allow the implementation of aggressive optimizations across DCS. They're also investing in manual VRAM management and granular resource streaming. This will allow DCS to stay in memory limits without relying on OS enforced GPU evictions. This should lead to fewer lag spikes and stutters. Regarding multithreading, it's complete on the graphics side, but they are still working on simulation side task. The engineers will work on this after some more pressing matters based on community feedback are addressed. This is an exciting year for cutting edge graphics, but this likely also means the loss of a couple of great aircraft. ED states that the DCS weather still needs work on towering clouds, more realistic turbulence, and weather effects. Due to changes in how they render graphics, they couldn't get to it in 2025, but once staff is available, they will return to these tasks as well. ED is working on improving the variety and quality of explosions, including airburst effects, napalm, frag effects, and damage types. They will be rolling this out throughout 2026 and beyond. New navmesh tech was developed for the dynamic campaign, so this will improve AI unit pathfinding, especially in urban areas. It is generated dynamically either for a certain area or the whole map, depending on performance. It's in the final testing phase, so we could expect this sooner rather than later. ED has developed a new design for radio interface for all radio participants, ATC, AVAX, tanker, JTAC, flight, etc. They are loosely based on the Georgia AI interface. They are also evaluating new AI voiceover options to rapidly amend voice dialogues. DCS voice chat will also see improvements, including the ability to add radio stations to any AI bot or map object and communicate with them using voice chat, and adding a lightweight radio client that will allow direct connection to DCS servers. Now, they have already implemented many features for the mission state save already, but next on their list is to add waypoint parameters to the saved data, and with this update, mission state save will store all waypoint parameters that can be set in the ME or via the scripting API, resulting in AI units keeping their waypoint rules and restrictions. Spherical Earth was only mentioned in the newsletter, and currently work has stopped on it to focus on the rest of what I mentioned before and more. They are working on new US, Russian, insurgent, and World War II units. They are improving existing units as well regarding detail, animations, and accuracy. These new units will also be able to utilize the navmesh technology to their advantage. They are also considering adding ATGM teams. Now let's see what ED will be doing with their modules. They are very close to completing northern Afghanistan, and they are continuing work on the southern region of the Iraq map, like Kuwait, Bahrain, and Qatar. Now, Combined Arms 2.0 only gets mentioned since they don't have enough resources right now, but the planned items are VR support and more intuitive RTS command system. They are working on the first person walk around mode. While they don't mention how high on their priority list it is, we can see from the MiG-29A video and the C-130 that there is work being done to implement it. In 2026, they will work to add navigation and point data to the DTC, weapons data, and they are working on expanding it to more modules like the Apache and A-10C. They have completed design for the F-15C, and the F-35A design is maturing. The development has been delayed due to staff availability. The Supercarrier will see the introduction of the Ready Room, improved landing aid, and dynamic deck crew. While we didn't quite see it during the past year, they have been working on the Pacific Theater and they will continue this work in 2026, finalizing the release of the Hellcat, the development of the Zero, and work on AI aircraft, ships, and ground forces. A new Flaming Cliffs level Su-25 is nearing completion with a higher level of detail and photorealism. After this free module, they will explore the development of a paid, full fidelity Su-25 module. Now, in my opinion, they should make the Su-25 full fidelity also free, just so that first impression of DCS is again that much more impressive. But, well, that's just my opinion, and it's not my business. Now, that is a long list of things ED is working on for DCS World this year, but let's be honest, a lot of it we will not see this year. Maybe even not next year. But things like Vulkan API, the Hellcat, are likely to come this year, and I'm excited to see where 2026 takes us in this sim. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!